we started E.A.T saying, let's understand what it means to artistically explore this space, not just in simple text or sort of personal communications. And that's when we reanimated E.A.T. And as I said, Issue Project Room has been the most avant-garde of that, which is really what we love.
I have a personal obsession with anechoic rooms, it seems, because now I've visited them here, Denmark, in Copenhagen, and Helsinki, various places. And I guess this is one of the oldest living anechoic rooms. I came here for an event not too long ago and noticed that there are this massive loudspeaker array, which was very difficult for me to ignore. And I was really attracted to the possibility of using it. At the same time, there's this amazing legacy space back here that also I'm very desirous of spending time in and experiencing. And so the question was, how could it be possible to link the two spaces and create some kind of performance that would make that possible and hopefully articulate something particular about that space and this space and how they can sort of interrelate. So that was basically the hope or desire that I had in trying to do something in this way.
I'll be based in the center and I'll start to sonify the different objects that I have placed around. And from that point, I encourage you to move around the space because your position in space is going to greatly affect what you hear. So you can approach it as an intimate experience with each object. The presentation that I've put together is going to be purely acoustic. So there's no amplification except for what you hear naturally in an environment where there are no reflections. So my intentions for putting together an assortment of sculptural objects that are just actuated by physical things has to do with how when you enter a space like this, your brain, with the lack of data that it's used to, will recalibrate and you'll start to hear microscopic sounds. I wanted to talk a little bit about how you might approach the piece because it's arranged throughout the room on platforms. There's collections of objects from the archives. I was looking through all of these archives of communication mechanisms, old bells and rings and motors from telephone networks that have been long extinct. So conceptually, I wanted to give them a chance to breathe new life. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Give Lori a round of applause.
It's very, very unique and special to be partnering with Bell, and I think what's really superb about this collaboration is that it's enhancing the residencies and the commitment that we at Issue make to artists. It's not just a one-way communication at all. And the fact that so many of you here today are not only supporters of Issue, but also artists that work with Issue and have been supported by Bell through your various projects as well is really quite humbling and special for us to be able to have such support. And thank you so much again for hosting us and for joining.